Hello everyone. Today is a very big day for me. I'm picking up a car in what I think our dreams are made of. For all of you who follow me know I'm an avid Formula One fan.
Come on! Do it! Yes! Yes!
And there is nothing quite the same as a V12 Ferrari engine. As for those of you who don't know, let's wind back the clock about 12 years. It was my first time to immigrate and I came to Canada. I had nothing on me except a towel and some car wax. And my first job was waxing cars for a living. I had 2 kids, a very tough time paying bills, and the last thing on my mind was buying cars. With that said, I was always a weightlifter. I competed as an amateur bodybuilder, and my goal was really to turn pro. Still nothing to do with cars. Fast forward to 2012, where I did my first competition in Canada, and I actually won 2012 Canadian Nationals.
Second best middleweight in the country, number 152, Danny Ciccadillo from Ontario.
Of course, you'd think after such feat, my life would turn upside down and it would change and everything would be better. Well, this is not an M&M movie, and it did not at all. In fact, things got a little worse. The financial burdens increased, and there didn't seem to be any light at the end of that tunnel. So what I did was, being an engineering graduate, I called my brother back in the Middle East, and I asked him for help. I said, listen man, this bodybuilding thing does not seem to be working. I am in dire need of a job to feed my family. In 2013, I had an interview in Dubai. I went, I passed the interview, and I stayed at my brother's best friend's house, Khaled. Now, Khaled is a car fanatic. He is obsessed with cars, and during my stay there, and all I heard was Top Gear that, Top Gear this. I didn't really understand much of it. Until one day, on a very bizarre coincidence, I hear a sound that kind of resembles something from outer space. And I said, what is that? And he said, this, my friend, is a C63 AMG. And that was the first time I kind of became obsessed with engines. I come back to Canada, I tell my wife, I got the job, in a few months I'll be traveling to an oil rig, I'll be able to save money, and one day I can buy this C63 AMG. The oil rig that I was assigned to burned down, and I did not get the job. And I was back to square one, where I either could wax cars for a living or work in telesales at minimum wage. So I returned back to telesales. And at that point, things did not seem very good. I went back to bodybuilding. Unfortunately, my relationship and my marriage did not survive that. The same year that I got a divorce, oddly enough, I actually got into a house fire where most of my body was burnt. So now I am jobless, I have no marriage, and I'm starting over as an athlete. But in the ICU, I had an idea. In the actual ICU room, I told a friend at the time, bring the camera inside the room. And the person came rushing and they said, why do you want the camera? Do you want to call your parents? I said, no, film all this, because I am going to create a masterpiece YouTube video that would hopefully set my career off. And I can win nationals again and create kind of a motivational video from all this.
Okay, it's finished. Okay.
And that's exactly what happened. In 2015, I actually won the Canadian Nationals again.
From Ontario, Mark. And in second place, we have competitor 162, Mr. Gordon Nelson. And Mark Rick is a proud sponsor of this category.
In 2016, I won the North Americas.
There he is, redemption.
Later in the overall posting.
And in 2017, I won the North Americas again and turned pro. 2018, I won my first pro show and competed on the biggest stage in bodybuilding, the Mr. Olympia stage. Now granted, this is all surreal and I'm in disbelief. But now I had the financial means to slowly upgrade my cars. So we started with a Toyota Corolla. In 2015, I had a Cadillac ATS. In 2016, I got my first nice luxury car, an Audi A6. In 2019, I got the new Audi A7. And then a friend of mine worked at a car dealer who rented cars, and we kind of had a deal going on where I would promote his company and he would lend me his car, an AMG GTS. So I had that car for about a year and I absolutely fell in love with the idea of owning a supercar of my own. I turned my business upside down, made a lot more money, and finally got my first car, an Audi R8 V10 Plus. After a year, I switched to a Lamborghini Huracan because, of course, every kid's dream is one day owning a Lamborghini. That quite did not sit well with me as the car was a little stiff, and although I did love the idea of owning a V10 engine, the sound was not to my expectations. I am more into the higher pitch Formula One sounding cars, but that dream seemed very far away still. Well, today that dream doesn't seem so far away after all. I don't want to throw in the hard cliche, work hard and you'll get rewarded for that, because in all honesty, there is a lot of bit of luck and God's blessing. So let's go pick up something which what I think is what dreams are made of. All right, well, here we are, guys. The moment that I guess I've been thinking of and dreaming of for 12 years straight. Oh my God. Keys, sir?
Yes, there you go.
Never thought I'd own one of these. Oh, that red. I honestly never thought I would be sitting behind the wheel of a Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. 6.3 liters, 740 horsepower, V12 Ferrari. And this is what I think what dreams are made of. Amazing. You are looking for a supercar, Guillaume here from Paul Motors is the man to make it happen. It wasn't easy finding an F12. I believe there are only maybe 3 left for sale in the entire country, but whatever car you're looking for, highly recommend to come here, seek this gentleman, and he will help you find it.
Thank you.
Now, please, if you let me,
Yes.
I would like to get out of here
Enjoy.
with my baby. I usually do these videos in Arabic, but I'll do it in English this time. First of all, thank you for everyone who said congratulations. it means a lot to me because I'm a big car fanatic, and people who support me in that and congratulate me, even though it's a small thing, it's fucking press like and put a comment. It's nothing. But I mean, considering, because there are other people, who are always like, watching and like, motherfucker. So I appreciate these things. Second of all, being a car fanatic, it's pretty wild, man. Because, there are some people where, they go into career paths and it's kind of like, yeah, maybe this could happen. But I gotta tell you, man, with me, you ask my brother, my family, it was like way far, like way far. Like the whole goal was just sustain your rent payment and whatever car payment you have and food. I shit you not, I was the absolute worst student. Worst. It took me 7 years instead of 5 to graduate. Like, zero prospects. And I didn't really have any skills in anything. I was a good video editor. I was good with speech, I guess a talent in articulation. But other than that, I was an artist, so storytelling. And I think I just combined my bodybuilding and my misfortunes to create the stories that built up my following. And when you really think about it, if it weren't for these accidents, like the burns, the motorcycle accident, I would not have had the opportunity to showcase my talent in storytelling and combine it with my passion in bodybuilding and present that to the fitness world or the YouTube or whatever social media that kind of built my following. I was always knowledgeable in bodybuilding. I always did my due diligence and read a lot, and I was always very dedicated. So obviously, utilizing that and being an online coach and a YouTuber was kind of easier once I built that following. But like when I look back at those moments, because I live in the West Island in Montreal, so I have the fucking Lamborghini dealers over there. I passed by Ferrari a few times and I never would imagine I'd own any of these. Best case scenario, looking at them. At best, just pass by. Maybe if I'm lucky, just go in and be that guy lingering. You know that meme where this dude is just walking around and the guy's like, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
I'd probably be that guy at best and just kind of like look through the windows and, But, if someone told me 15 years ago, I remember I had a letter of dismissal one time, two times, because my GPA went below 2. And then they give you 1 semester to bring it up. And if you don't bring it up, you get expelled. And I remember opening that letter and my whole life was like crashing down at the time. If someone came and told me, "Bro, relax, you will have a Ferrari parked in your garage one day," I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here, man. You're crazy. You're talking nonsense." So you never know, just really do what you love doing and really love what you're doing. Be very passionate about it. And I know this sounds super cliche and it's like honestly annoying to hear, but just don't think about the money part. I remember when I came to Canada, my goal was really to turn pro. I didn't even think of winning a pro show. I didn't have the genetics for it. At least I think I didn't have the genetics for it. I had the back injury, was always there. Winning a pro show, doing the Olympia was like, I just wanted to turn pro. But I executed myself and every single day, execution to the max. And I never thought about money because I knew there was no money in bodybuilding, but I just loved it so much. I just wanted to be as good as I can at it. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Just be the best that you can be at something you love doing. Lastly, and I know I'm boring you, you have to realize this all happened. This all was kind of glued together by my accidents. because that was the story that I used to motivate people. The accidents were the blessing. So you gotta have faith in God, because He knows what you don't know. All right. I'm gonna chill here for a while, and see you guys tomorrow.